Hello, Midnight Coders, and welcome to another Midnight Blog. So, in this blog, we're kind of running over what I've been doing lately. Um, I got a new headset. My other one died, so this hopefully has better quality. Shout out to Prof. If you're listening, let me know. Um, so, well, so as some of you know, I've been working on this little developer social platform for the Midnight Coders, where you can put up a resume, or well, sort of a resume. You put up like a living portfolio. You fill out some information, your tech stack, a little bit about yourself. It's sort of a hybrid of like LinkedIn meets resume, where there's not really a social platform where you're like you can't make posts and whatnot, like you can on things like Twitter and LinkedIn. However, you build up, excuse me. However, you build up um, a resume, and well, let's just show it off. Let's just show you it. Okay, let's just get rid of my big head, bring up my little head, down here. So up here, over here, you got the thing, our little guy in the top there. That's Pokey. This guy up here, that's Pokey, sitting at his desk with a cup of coffee. Midnight coder. So, what is a midnight coder? The idea is that a midnight coder is somebody that doesn't exactly have all the available time that they wish they could have. Let me bring this up a little bit bigger so you can see. There, it's a little bit bigger so we can see. All right. So, the idea here is that you can come in and you can have your own little profile where you have like your profile picture, your name, your sort of a header that again I got off of LinkedIn and things like this here. You can edit everything. Everything is editable. You can come down. You can post a little bit about yourself, whatnot. You can post all your different tech stacks. When you're adding these tech stacks, you can choose when you started it, so that way you can display this as a skill level. You can display the years of experience, whatnot. Um, so that way, like if we came in here and display the skill level, that displays this here. Um, so if we hit this, that didn't update. Cool. Um, so I'll have to check to see what's up with that. There's most likely an error. Oh, no. I don't know what that is. Anyway, I'll figure it out. You can display this either the name of this tech stack thing. You can have your work history. You can have different list of projects that you have on the go. So you could go into a project, say, and see what it is. You know, who likes it, doesn't like it, how many likes it has. Sorry, when it was started, when it was finished, if it was still going. You'd be able to edit everything in here. It's all Markdown supported. Um, you could view the projects and see all the list of projects that are on the go in the database here. You can see the different teams that are going on. Teams are a similar thing where you can see a list of all the people who are in it, what the team did, yada, yada, yada. Links it off, and you can link it to different projects. You can invite a user by either an email or you can start searching for somebody. Um, and you can send off an invitation to them and they'll get an email where they can come back and accept and yada yada. There is blogs that we have in here. Blogs allow developers or users to claim a blog where they can then come in here and make a bunch of different posts. You can just simply create a post. I haven't put any thought into a better way to do this. I'm not a front end person. But you click on create post and you can create a post what you want to say, tags, title, write it, publish it. Um, when you post it, again, it's in Markdown. It's got everything, including hyperlinks. And the comments. The comments go um, in order of relevant or in newest on top. I have not added yet, but I was recommended or suggested to add in a way to like thumbs up, thumbs down somebody's um, somebody's post as well as reply to it. So that's going to be a feature that I'm going to be working on in the near future. Um, but what have I been working on recently? I've been working on a little game. I've been trying to gamify learning, and this is taken from LinkedIn Learning, Leet Code, Boot.dev, all sorts of famous platforms um, that allow you to do things like this. And this is my little version of it that I decided to do. So when you first come in here, if you don't have a anything in here, any hero, it'll give you a greeting and um, it'll ask you to create your hero, give him a name. In my case, I named my little inner hero or inner developer Pokey, and right now he's a level 1 coder. I woke him up on the 23rd of February. I've got 40 experience and I've completed 2 quests so far. So if we scroll down here, we can see that the different quests that you've completed down here, your score for what you've got, and the experience that you got in each of those things. If we go into the path, we see here that this is the path. This is sort of the philosophy of the curriculum, or like the path philosophy. Um, and then down here are the different modules that are set up inside of it. I would then go into each module and follow through it and complete it. So a learning path consists of modules and it's going to have an exam at the end. Modules consists of lessons and um, lessons and challenges. So each lesson would essentially be a lesson about what Java is as a language and a platform. And obviously, I don't have any content in here right now, but I would fill this out with content, save changes, and that would be it. Do the rest for all of these. Then I would come down and I would give um, these here. So this one, for example, would be a multiple choice or true and false. I'm just saying multiple choice, predict the outcome. The question would obviously be something better than just predict the outcome, and the explanation would be giving people the reason why that fact is right. And then down here, and this is the instructor's view, by the way. So then in here, you could come in and you can give multiple choices here. I need to add a way to give more choices than just four. I just figured four was kind of a standard thing. Um, and then if we're choosing just for now, if we're choosing, I need to make this dynamically change. But like for now, if we go back and we look at the other one, which is a true or false, um, because we're only for multiple choice, you can use up to four, and for true or false, you can only use up the first two. I have to go through and make this a little bit more dynamic so that if you swap it out to true or false, it's down here will update to be just true or false. But this is a very quick little thing that I've done. Um, yeah, so I've been working on this. Um, back to modules. So yeah, a learning path is a collection of modules with an exam. and and a module is a collection of lessons and challenges. Now, the idea is to turn learning into a game so that you can come through and you gain experience. You gain experience for completing challenges, um, for completing an overall exam, as well as completing a full path. Um, I don't really have a whole lot put in here right yet, but you'll start to level up your inner person. You'll go through, like, right now, this is in the instructor's view. There's this one which is published. There's a Java backend module that I was also picking at just to show um, proof of work. And again, going through, and we got like persistence foundations. So this is going to be file input, output, serializations, whatnot. And it's going to walk you through a bunch of the other different things you got to do. And it's going to give you more of the true or false questions. And so the idea is to just make learning fun. Um, yeah. And once I make this platform live. I'm also going to be doing another fun little thing, which is another little fun project I've been working on, aside from the Midnight Coder, is this Java Duel thing, which is a bot where I've got a massive list of like 60-ish coding questions that I've kind of threw together from Leet Code. Um, I got a little manager here to pop these into memory. I got my right now. This is very early. I want to point this out right now. This is very early, very, 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 very early, and I just want to make sure that it just works. And then I'm going to work on doing a little bit of sandboxing, isolation, and better overall security for everything. But for right now, I'm excited. You don't like it, piss off. I'm excited. Let me make some stuff bigger because I want to show this off. This is fun. This is a fun little bot that I've been picking at because this is something I haven't done before. So, like, honestly, this has been a blast. I've been learning a lot with doing this. So my challenge, so I have a little command that's going to execute a, get this out of here. Um, that's going to be a slash command for my Discord bot, which is ultimately going to be driven, um, which is going to be mixed in with this RPG, so that when you have a world, there's going to be a world boss that's going to spawn in my Discord, and you're going to be, you're going to do a command to get a challenge or like a, what's this is running, right? Yeah, okay. Um, let's bring in Discord. Okay, so if I go in here and do, say, the world boss spawned. All right, let's attack, bitch. Challenge. All right, now I'm given a programmatic challenge. So the challenge here is to return the reversed version of the input string. The objective is that we are given the input string hello. We now want to get the reverse value of that. And down here, you have to fill out your little code snippet, hit your little submit button, and we're going to see if it runs. As you see, I failed. I did not pass any of these tests. So I would have missed the boss, so to speak. Whereas if I come back in here and we challenge him and we get something like, what do we got here? Okay, so input is space separated key value pairs and return the sum of the okay, so I feel like I should cheat, do this in my okay, so this is gonna be ridiculous, but we're gonna do this. Okay, so we're splitting these first. Okay, so this is going to be split equals input dot split we're splitting this at the space for now. Because this is not going to be split. This is going to be key values equals this, and then dot 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 var map equals new hash map. Now this is where I'm going to be interested because I'm not really sure what the I need to do imports and I don't know if I'm going to be thrown for this or not. So hash map, this is going to be a string and an integer. String and an integer. Okay, and then I want to do for each of the key values. So, yeah, for var pair key values. What am I doing here? Map. No. Var split equals the pair dot split, and I'm splitting this guy at the colon, and I want to do map dot put and this is going to be split this, and this one is going to be integer dot parse int and split one. I think that's about right. I think that's right. So that's gonna put da. Okay, var total equals 0. Oh my god, what's the best way to do this? Because now I just want to go over each of the values. Is that just map stuff? Map.for. Oh, I forget what this is. Alright, we're gonna cheat. We're gonna cheat. We're gonna take this. I'm gonna cheat on my own game. Alright, so okay. We are going to make a new scratch file, Java, paste all this, input that. Oh, look at that, I did pretty good so far. Okay, so now what I'm looking to do is map dot for each value um, oh, is that a key? Shoot. Okay, so I want this to be key value. I want to do total plus equals value, and this needs to be atomic da 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 total dot get. Oh, cool. So now that I'm done cheating, let's go back into here and take all of this, get rid of that. I'm going to throw all this in and submit it and see what happens. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to like it. Method solve string. Why didn't you like it? Return, must return a string. Ooh, I did not see that coming. Okay. So this is in fact expecting to run this and get a string back, not a... Okay, so hold on a second. I want to say string solve this, and we're gonna change this copy to string dot value of, and haha, there we go. So as you see, that second one did run through because it did need to be a string, which I have to fix. Uh, However, if you see down here, which you may or may not because it's kind of small print, it says test result passed for total 4. So that would tell me that I won. Now I would do some damage. I would do a full base damage, um, which is going to be, um, honestly, I'd probably be 4 points of damage because there was 4 tests. I don't really know. That's just what I'm thinking. However, if you guys happen to have any thoughts, let me know in the comments. 'Cause I'm just spitballing here. But my thought is now that I passed 4 out of 4 tests, I'm going to deal 4 out of 4 damage, but I'm going to give it a modifier um, based on how quick it took me to submit that. So I'm going to take when was when did the user initiate the interaction that brought up the Discord model? When was that moment in time? And when was the moment in time that the user hit the submit button? So that way I can judge, okay, it's been 30 seconds. They're going to get some amount of percentage boost based off of that. So like if you were to answer, the faster you answer it, the more correct you are. So if you're 100% correct and you answer it really quick, you're going to deal maximum damage. And in doing so, you're going to also retrieve some experience back to your little dev minion. And yeah, so that's now if we do this again, because I'm curious, I'm not actually going to do the challenge because it's probably going to be hard. You'll see here that it is different every time. Again, there is, I think that there is somewhere around 40 or so um, that are in the database right now. However, I want to uh, I want to add some more. I want to add more as I can think of some, can figure some out. But these are kind of a pain to fill out. Took me a couple hours. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of painful. Um, yeah, I probably could have used LLM to do it, but do I really want to let AI teach? Um, okay, so yeah, so this has been kind of like my little fun blog about what's been going on lately and where I've what I've been doing. Um, the uh, the code for this is definitely very simple, very minimalistic. Um, and I am doing it right now purely in memory. Um, So when somebody submits, and find this again, when somebody submits the challenge here, um, I grab the code that's associated with this so that way I have the actual challenge ID so I can pass it around so that when I come in here to the little compile section, um, in here I'm taking in the class name and the source code that the user provided, so that way I can basically construct the class in memory, and then I want to be able to use this ID after I come down and run my little judgment enter unit test thing, where I'm going to take in the actual class that I've just built, search for the methods, grab the cached challenge from the challenge manager based on the challenge ID, so that I can then associate all of the test cases, which consist of visible challenges or visible tests, which are the two that you see or the one that you see, sorry, on the actual example. And then there's usually hidden ones, which is why you see things like 3 out of 3, 4 out of 4, up to 6 out of 6 case tests. That's because just because you're given the thing, the provided bit, there are other scenarios that are going to be tested. So now for each of these test cases, we run through and we execute the command, and we return a string, um, which I do need to switch up based off of the type, the return type, because I want this to be not just strings. So this is something that I'm going to be uh, toying with a little bit further before I work on sandboxing all of this. Um, because this bunch of stuff needs to be, I need to stick this in its own sandbox, so that this can be executed on its own. And when I say sandbox, from what I've been learning, there's a few different ways that I could go about this. There's the good but less secure method of having this spin up its own JVM process and running in its own separate process, and then listening to the output from the process and ultimately wrapping it up and doing it this way. Or there's this other way that I've been hearing about that would allow me to spin up a Docker container, basically, uh, from what I've been hearing. Um, I don't know. I haven't done this before. I'm gonna find out. If you enjoyed this and you're curious to where this goes, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow with me when I do my next blog. As always, keep your curiosity open, your skills sharp, and that coffee cup full. I'll catch you in the next one.